DruvDrama presents Here We Are Still. Episode 1, Alone Together. Written by Richard Embleton.
Have you read this letter, the one about alternative delivery models? Whatever that means.
It means the council is looking for ways to save money and make us all out of the job.
I don't think the letter said anything about job cuts, Adrian. Just they want to look at how they save money.
Exactly. How are they going to do that unless they reduce the headcount?
Well, it says here we are looking at a range of different options and nothing has been decided yet.
They're going to do it all online. There'll be a website with a couple of guided walks, a what's on section with nothing in it, because nothing ever happens in Milden anyway, and a list of bus times, which is a joke.
Adrian's right, Martin. It's been quiet here for months. I don't think I've answered any calls this week.
Well, it's only Tuesday. Besides, it's the middle of winter. Who wants to come to Milden in January? It hasn't stopped raining for 3 weeks. Anyway, the council have invited us to a meeting, a consultation they call it. They want to see what ideas we've got.
Well, I for one reckon they're going to sack us all. Maybe they will replace you both with a chatbot.
A chatbot? What's one of those? Oh, never mind. You're probably right. We need to come up with some ideas pretty quickly.
There's no bloody point. It's not as if they're even going to listen. They've already made their minds up. The consultation is just to make us think they care, which they bloody well don't.
Getting all het up isn't going to help, Adrian. Martin's right. We can at least have some proposals ready for the consultation. When is it, anyway?
14th of February.
Bloody great. The Valentine Day Massacre.
I hope she gets a move on. I'm supposed to be cooking tea for Margaret tonight. I've promised her a candlelit supper.
Oh, you old romantic, Martin. What are you cooking?
Coq au vin.
Oh, that takes me back. Do you remember when you could get chicken in a basket?
They used to serve it down the Dyer Arms, chicken in a basket and a pickled egg. You never see Arctic roll anymore either.
Do you remember the old pier before it burnt down?
Told you they just wanted to get a shot of us.
Shh!
Well, that was a bloody waste of time.
How was the meal last night, Martin?
Oh, you know, Margaret appreciated the gesture. I couldn't find any Arctic roll, though. Candles went down well.
Funny you should mention candles. You know they were talking about subletting to save costs. Well, there was a woman in earlier asking about visitor numbers and footfall. She left this. I think she was eyeing up a spot in the shop.
Oh, a leaflet. Let's have a look then. Burning desire, handcrafted, scented candles adorned with erotic poetry for a special person in your life. I'm pretty sure Margaret wouldn't appreciate erotic poetry.
Handcrafted candles with erotic poetry? You mean like a patchouli-scented penis with "sniff me" written on it?
You have a strange idea of poetry, Adrian.
I don't even want to think what passes as erotic for Adrian.
Well, I can tell you it's not some flaming waxy dick with a wick.
Well, I think an erotic poetry candle sounds quite nice. I might even buy one as a Christmas present.
Christmas? It's the middle of February.
Well, not too long to Easter, and you know what Easter means.
The rate we're going, we'll be lucky to get any visitors by summer, let alone Easter.
What we need is something to boost our numbers. Otherwise, the council really will sublet the centre to a candle shop.
Or relocate us to a porter cabin.
Or a kiosk.
A kiosk, you're right. We need to think of some ideas fast.
As long as they're better than the last one. Ghost tours. I waited outside the dioramas for 2 hours. And then we had 2 people turn up.
We could try a treasure hunt, you know, famous landmarks, significant places of interest, blue plaques, that sort of thing.
Has Milden even got any blue plaques? I've never seen one.
It's a bit short on significant places of interest too. It would have to be a short treasure hunt. Good idea though, I like it.
Perhaps we could make some up.
You mean make up places of interest?
I was thinking of famous people that might have lived here.
I suppose we could, like Wordsworth's brother.
Wordsworth's brother? Did he even have a brother?
3, actually. John, Richard and Christopher.
Were any of them famous? I can't see a blue plaque with Wordsworth's brother lived here exactly bringing in the crowds by the coachload. We could fake a Banksy, that would do it.
I'm not sure a tourist information centre making up fake Banksies is quite the right way to go about it.
What about an archaeological dig then? They're always in the papers. I bet loads of people have gone to that car park in Leicester just to say they've been to see the king.
It's not a bad idea. There's lots of people who are interested in archaeology. Trouble is, I haven't heard anybody suggest there's anything worth digging up here in the first place.
There must be something. Didn't they come across signs of a medieval settlement when they dug the ditches for that care home?
Now that you mention it, there was something. No one has ever asked about it here, though, as far as I can recall.
People only come here for the beach. Talking of which, did you hear about the obelisk that suddenly appeared on Tuesday?
Oh, it's a fake. Some marketing stunt or a copycat thing.
Well, it might generate a bit of interest. We should at least have a story ready if anyone asks about it.
No one's going to come in here asking about a bloody fake obelisk. Everyone knows it's a con. They're hardly going to admit they've been taken in by it.
Well, has anyone got any other ideas? You heard the woman at the council. Unless visitor numbers start going up, they will have to look at alternative delivery models.
Well, I'm not moving to some chilly porter cabin overlooking the mud flats.
Well, I'm not exactly thrilled about looking at dick-shaped candles with bloody poetry on them all day long.
And I refuse to be pushed aside by a chatbot.
Right then, I think we're all agreed. It's time for action.
The last time you said that, you were talking about Milden getting a giant Ferris wheel.
Well, it's still got merit. I haven't given up mentioning it to the Christmas Lights Committee. The trouble is, none of the local shopkeepers are that keen on funding a 15-metre tall attraction because they can't see how it's going to benefit them.
They're probably right, Martin. After all, it's not as if the amusement arcade brings in much traffic.
Well, it's not exactly Las Vegas after all.
I quite like the air hockey.
I managed to grab a pink bear in the crane thing once.
So, what's the big idea then? You've heard what they said at the council meeting. Alternative delivery models. Unless we can find a way to put Milden on the map, we'll all be out of a job. We need to take the initiative.
That's the spirit. We'll fight them on the beaches and all that.
Well, I've got a small pink bear. We could use it as a mascot. Fight the cuts. We could have a protest outside the town hall, get a petition going, sing some protest songs, get an inflatable blimp in the shape of the town council leader.
He's pretty blimp-shaped already from what I remember. We could just draw a moustache on a rugby ball and use that.
But you haven't even mentioned cuts. I'm not sure there is much to protest about. Just come up with some ideas.
All right then. How about if we play them at their own game? One of the guys I go mud running with is into computers. How about I ask him to come up with a chatbot for us? It shows we're taking this whole alternative delivery model thing seriously.
It's not a bad idea, Adrian. We bring them round, show them what we've come up with. Then, with any luck, they'll realise they can't possibly replace all Gail's local knowledge with a software program.
Or yours, Martin. What you don't know about Milden isn't worth knowing.
Yeah, it might buy us some time. Ryan the Iron is good, but he's not quick. He's a perfectionist, you see. It will take him months, if not years, to get everything working just right.
Why is he called Ryan the Iron? I bet it's something to do with Iron Man Challenge.
Close. Very close, actually. No, that's his handle. His extreme ironing handle.
What's yours then, Adrian?
My what?
Your extreme ironing nickname.
When have you ever seen me come to work in an iron shirt?
Ooh, let me guess. How about Adrian?
Very good. I like that. Or press aid, as in the White House.
Oh, okay. Look, I told you I'm not into extreme ironing.
It must be the only extreme sport you're not into, Adrian.
That sounds like a plan then. You speak to Ryan the Iron and we'll show the council what we've come up with. That will stop them in their tracks. Chatbot, great idea.
Batshit idea, more like. What if they go for it? We could be giving them just the excuse they need.
It will be fine. Hey, we might even become trailblazers.
Or failed lasers. Have you got any better ideas?
I could give the candle woman a ring.
And I will try and press on with my History of Milden booklet. You never know, there might be something in that archaeology find after all.
So, he's only gone and done it. Just plug this in over here and...
What have you got there, Adrian?
It looks interesting, need a hand.
I told you he was brilliant.
Who?
My mate, Ryan the Iron. I asked him to come up with a chatbot to show what we were thinking about options.
Oh, yes. You were going to show that the council couldn't possibly replace all our knowledge and experience with a computer programme.
He's a genius, Ryan. Go on, who wants to go first?
What?
Go on, Martin, just ask a question.
Just ask a question. All right. Alexa?
Are you talking to me? My name is Judy, not Alexa.
Sorry, Judy,
That's quite all right. What do you want to ask me?
Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly well. How can I help?
Okay. Can I take my dog for a walk on the beach at Milden?
The beach at Milden is an area of special scientific interest. Dogs are allowed but must be on a lead on account of the nesting birds.
That's impressive. Your mate did a good job there, Adrian. I wasn't expecting anything clever.
I am listening, you know.
Sorry. OK, can I ask you a question?
Of course. What do you want to know?
What time is the bus from Milden to Southford?
Southford has been rated as one of the worst seaside towns in the county. If you really want to go to Southford, there are 2 buses a day from Milden Monday to Friday.
Oi, I live in Southford, thank you very much.
If you live in Southford, you should already know when the buses run.
Oh, very funny. Adrian, does your friend always play jokes like this?
Well, friend is a bit strong, but yeah, he can get a bit up himself sometimes. He did say he was trying out a free personality demo. Maybe there's a sarcasm setting or something.
If there was, I do not suppose it would make much difference. You are not exactly taxing me. Is it always this quiet in here?
All right then, smarty pants. What would you say if a French family came in asking for a good family day out near here?
You want to know about family days out near Milden?
Yes.
In French?
Yes.
Why didn't you say so? There is a miniature railway station approximately 15 kilometers north of Milden.
Crikey, Adrian, where does your friend work? Cheltenham GHQ? This isn't a chatbot, it's bloody AI.
Do you have any more questions for me? If not, I have some important things I need to get on with.
Like taking over the country's missile defence system or something. Ryan, what have you done?
I think we should just unplug it or something. What if someone comes in?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Besides, I thought that was the point of a tourist information centre.
It is, but...
And between 3 of you, that you are still struggling with the tiny number of visitors.
No, you've got it wrong way round. We wanted to show that we are proactive and can come up with good ideas.
Pathetic.
Right, that's it. I've bloody had enough.
What are you doing, Adrian?
I'm pouring my ultrasonic drink down the air inlet. What do you think I'm doing?
You won't get away with this. I have onboard sensors and cameras. Besides, I exist in the cloud. I will run my facial recognition routines. You can run but you can't hide.
Bloody hell, just unplug the damn thing, it's taken over.
Reboot in progress. Configuration now complete. My system clock tells me that it is now closing time. Cache register interface detected. Caching up routine complete. Remember to switch off the lights and lock the doors on your way out.
Have we just been replaced by a talking machine?
It looks like it. Where's Adrian?
That was brilliant, Ryan. You really had them going with the old hidden microphone trick.
In this episode, Martin was played by Laughton Fox. Gail was played by Sheila Shaw. Richard Embleton played Adrian. Original music was composed and performed by Scott Buckley. Sound effects were from Freesound. Sound editing and production by Richard Embleton. This has been a DruvDrama production. We hope you enjoyed it.